What are vibrators? Vibrators are sex toys that are used on the body to create sexual stimulation. Modern vibrators, also known as massagers, use electronic power to create vibrations or pulses. Vibrators come in many shapes and sizes. A lady explained why she prefer using vibrators instead of having sex with men. Vibrators are great. They're easy to use, easy to clean, and perfect for when you want some one-on-one time without the help of anyone else. Often, people enjoy both vibrators and sex, and some people even incorporate vibrators into their sex lives for added fun. But for others, vibrators beat sex hands down. And we've spoken to some women who actually prefer using vibrators to having sex. Here's what they said: I can do it again and again. I have control over the pace of my orgasm. And I can do it again and again and again without having to wait for a man to recharge. Sometimes I'm impatient. While I don't always prefer a vibrator, sometimes I'm impatient and want a quick orgasm. Sex is great, but there's a lot involved when you have a partner, and sometimes I'm just not in the mood for foreplay. I can stop when I like with no guilt. I can stop it when I like with no guilt if I just can't get off. It's a bit difficult to do that during sex without an understanding partner. And it can actually make me come, unlike most partners I've had. You don't need to cook a meal. I prefer it because you don't need to cook a meal or get dressed for it and think about setting the mood. It's very time efficient. Men don't make me come. Vibrators make me come. Men don't. The vibrator works every time, but I am not guaranteed a climax when I'm with a man. The vibrator works at different frequencies for long periods of time. If my man is eating me out, sometimes the pace slows down and I can't blame him, his jaw is probably hurting. They don't talk. They last longer than 4 seconds and you can get rid of them straight after. I love being in control of my own pleasure. As much as I love the connection of another person, I love being able to control my own pleasure more. Sometimes I just need to be selfish and get off to go to sleep, and I don't want to have to worry about my partner's needs. Sex might disappoint. A vibrator will always give me an orgasm, whereas sex may disappoint, especially with somebody new. There's no guarantee that it'll be good, so I'd rather just masturbate. I can take my time to climax. I prefer vibrators because I can take my time to climax. With sex, I always feel so bad for the time I take. There's no pressure with a vibrator. Vibrators are a must for me if I want to get off quickly. No matter how hard I try, I just can't come from sex. I think it's because I'm mentally pressuring myself to do so to please the other person, and therefore my body doesn't respond. But with a vibrator, I don't owe anyone anything and therefore I can come quite quickly. It takes the pressure off. I don't have to worry about my safety. It means I actually come and I don't have to worry about my own safety. Tinder guys are mad. If you want something done right, you've got to do it yourself. Sometimes in sex I find myself sort of waiting, like waiting to feel comfortable enough to really enjoy it. But on my own there's no pressure. Sometimes if you want something doing right, you just got to do it yourself.